Hey everyone, Tech OG here representing those who are affording and up with other tech. And if you know me by now, you should know that I'm a huge fan of mini PCs that are very portable. Well, back in the day they were called UMPCs or ultra mobile PCs. And these are PCs that are small, under 10-inch screens that are very portable, that can still do everything that a PC can do. And there are two companies out right now. I mean, there's probably more, but there are two prominent companies that are out that are competing for your dollars for their merchandise. And those two companies are GPD, which stands for Gamepad Digital, and the other company is One-Netbook. And they both have made, right now, two flagship devices that are going to be coming out soon. So this video is going to be talking about the GPD Win 3 versus the One-Netbook OneGX1 Pro. Now, looking at the key specs for each device, starting with the GPD Win 3, it's going to sport a 5.5-inch screen. It's going to have an Intel Core i5 1135G7 or a Core i7 1165G7. Both of them will support 16 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage. And as for ports, it's going to have one Thunderbolt 4 USB Type-C port and one USB Type-A 3.0 USB port. It's going to have a backlit touch keyboard, so no actual physical keys. It's going to be a touch keyboard with vibration, what do you call that? Vibration, I got it. Vibration haptic feedback. So when you touch a key, you'll feel a little vibration as if you're touching a key. So it's not going to have physical keys. It's going to have haptic feedback, backlit touch keyboard. And the price of it is going to be $799 for the Core i5 or $899 for the Core i7. Now, if you need additional ports on the GPD Win 3, you can also purchase a separate dock. They're going to have a separate dock with additional ports. You will have an HDMI port, three additional USB Type-A ports, an Ethernet cable port, and one Type-C port for charging or data input or whatnot. So you can purchase that separate dock for $58. Now, key specs for the One-Netbook OneGX1 Pro, that one is going to sport a 7-inch screen. It's going to have an Intel Core i7 1160G7Y processor, and both processors on both devices will be the latest 11th generation Tiger Lake processor with Iris Xe graphics. So you'll be able to play AAA games at much higher frame rates than the predecessor smaller PCs. It's gonna also have 16 gigabytes RAM and 512 gigabytes or 1 terabyte storage. And it's also going to have an additional M.2 slot, to be more specific, an M.2 2242 slot, the same slot that is in the GPD Win 1, where you can add a SATA drive up to 2 terabytes large, so you can have expandable storage on the OneGX1 Pro. As far as ports, it's going to have 2 Thunderbolt 4 USB Type-C ports, one USB Type-A 3.0 port, and it's going to have a 12,000 milliamp battery, a backlit RGB keyboard to make it look more like a gaming computer, and the coolest thing, optional side controllers. Now, as far as the price for the OneGX1 Pro, this is going to scare away a lot of people. The lowest price is $13.99, as you can see here, and you have $14.39, $14.70, and $17.29. Because I forgot to mention, as far as specs, There's one additional spec that the GPD Win 3 is not going to have. The OneGX1 Pro will allow you to have, well, it's going to have an option for a modem, a 4G or a 5G modem, where you're going to have on-the-go continuous connectivity all the time. So you're going to either, like I said, 4G or 5G modem inside the computer. And that's where the prices come in. So if you want just a Wi-Fi variant, that'll be $13.99. $14.39 will get you the Wi-Fi variant plus 4G connectivity. Of course, you're going to have your own SIM, data SIM. For $14.70, you'll get just the Wi-Fi, but this one will have 1 terabyte of storage. You can get this one on AliExpress, and the other 3 you can get on Geekbuying. And the $17.29 is, of course, the Wi-Fi with 5G connectivity, which is awesome to have, for portability and not being able to have Wi-Fi anywhere. If you're around a cell tower that has 5G, that's worth it. But is it worth this price? Now that's completely up to you. Now, if you need to see a hand to product ratio of the GPD Win 3 or the OneGX1 Pro, you can rely on videos on YouTube. You could have relied on me for not the GPD Win 3. That's not even out yet. I mean, they have prototypes out or test products that you can find on YouTube. I was thinking about the GPD Win Max. I was gonna, use that as an example, but can't do that. The Win 3 is a completely different device, so I don't have that one. But I can show you a product-to-hand ratio of the OneGX1 Pro. Now, this right here is actually the predecessor of the Pro. This is the One-Netbook OneGX1. So this came out before the Pro. The Pro should be coming out in the hands of people either this month or next month for those who pre-ordered. But this is the actual size of it. So it has, again, supports a 7-inch screen, full touch keyboard, full keys keyboard. Keys are pretty cool, nice. Little trackpad here. These left and right clicks for your mouse if you're going to use the trackpad. Of course, you're going to have your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi. The Pro version, I believe, is going to have a fingerprint reader on the power button. The predecessor, this one right here, does not have a fingerprint reader. This one has a 10th generation Core i7 processor. And, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, too, one of the really best key specs for the OneGX1 that the GPD Win 3 will never have for right now is that this has pen support. So this one, the predecessor to the OneGX1 and the Pro, which will be coming out soon, will both have pen support. So you can use a stylus up to 2048 pressure sensitivity. And you have to get a specific stylus. So the stylus that was made for the One Mix, either the 1S or the 2S. I don't know if the 3S stylus is going to work on here, but I know the 1S and 2S stylus will work on the GX1. As you can see that I have a fix on my GX1, it's definitely going to work on there. So it has pen support. So if you want to draw on your screen or use your stylus as your mouse to navigate on your screen, you can definitely do that. So that is a really cool key feature on the OneGX1 Pro. And that probably is one of the reasons why the price is definitely higher than the GPD Win 3. Because it's made more like an actual PC rather than just a handheld gaming PC like the GPD Win 3. So as far as which one is better, they're both better. And they're both bad. Why do I say that? It all depends on what you're looking for in a handheld gaming computer. Because they're both gaming computers. So they're both going to have the latest and greatest Intel processor, Tiger Lake processor. Both going to run games at great frame rates. As far as how long it's going to last or how long can you play games on there, it all depends on how much power the game needs, how much TDP you're going to put it at. So the higher your TDP, and I forgot what the acronym TDP stands for, but I know that if you increase the number, you'll get better, much better frame rates and higher frame rates. So if you run it at optimal speeds or maximum performance, you're going to get maybe 2 to 3 hours on either device. But if you're using it for light work, if you're using it just to watch videos or surf the web or whatnot, you can look at 6, 7, just the same average usage that you would get out of a regular PC. So is either one worth the price? It all depends on how deep your pockets are. In my personal opinion, I prefer the OneGX1 Pro over the GPD Win 3 because of the physical keyboard, because of the extra features, because of the extra ports, because it's going to definitely have a much larger battery than the GPD Win 3. GPD Win 3, the company did not disclose the size of the battery for the device yet, but I'm pretty sure that this one is going to have a much larger battery, especially for the ports, because it's going to have two Thunderbolt 4 ports, and just for basically the usage out of it. I just think, because of the pen support, this right here, for my standpoint, for being a teacher, to use it for work and for play, this definitely, hands down, is the better, smaller handheld PC. But tell me what you think. Which one are you going to get? Or put your money on? Are you going to get the GPD Win 3 with the extra dock? Or are you going to get the One-Netbook OneGX1 Pro series that is more of a laptop experience? So tell me what you think. If you liked the video, definitely leave that thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Tell your friends about my channel. And I hope to see you in my next video.